One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. The next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang
I'm your
on,
host,
hang
Quincy
on,
Moran.
hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.
Diego Pavia, we need a little bit more professionalism around here. Roll Tide, everybody. What is up? It's time for another episode of the BS Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy Moran, a.k.a. the Q-Dog, in the Moran family studio with all my people. Let's bring them on in. Wild Bill, Austin, Dash, Joshy, Boy Moran, and the one and only Amber Dash. What is up, my people? It's great to have you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Bill's asleep. Oh, there he is.
You know what would be hilarious is let's try this real quick just for the people at home. Wild Bill, starting with you, if you'll look up and say Roll Tide while Amber's looking down, we can do this whole Brady Bunch thing. So would you just look up and say, okay? And then, that's right. So Amber, look up there. Look.
Hey, Josh.
All right. That is
amazing.
so good. Yeah, it looks good. I just trying a new format there. I think that's pretty cool. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Alabama host number 14 or 16 Vanderbilt, where the quarterback for the Vanderbilt Commodores promised a lopsided game. Unfortunately, in the second half, it happened. So 30-14, Bama KOs the Commodores. And we're going to talk to you guys this week about the show, about our thoughts, talk about his Bama bullet points. But first, let's have the team introduce who they are and what they do. Austin Dash, why don't you tell the folks who you are, buddy? What's up?
I'm Austin.
Wow.
I am Cindy Smith's wonderful son-in-law.
Austin Dash has joined the program. We were looking for Austin Smash, but there's still time. Josh.
Hey, Austin.
Hey.
We haven't seen Josh in weeks. We're just glad to see Josh and glad he's back.
What's up, everybody?
That's right, Josh. Why don't you tell the people who you are and a little bit about you?
I'm Josh Moran, and I had dreams about Diego Pavia's nutsack shrinking over the weekend.
That sounds about like you. Well, thanks for introducing yourself, Amber Dash.
Your dreams.
It was
Let's.
it was a great dream.
let's-
It sounded like me.
You would know about shrinking nutsacks. Amber, let's have you introduce yourself, and please leave the male anatomy out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad's on this. Hello, I'm Amber. I am this guy's daughter.
There you go.
I can't point right. This guy's wife and these guys' cousin.
That was close. Please do not go with the. Do not go with one of those hands pointing at cousin and husband at the same time, because that could be a problem.
Well,
And-
I'm confused also because my thing's on mirrors, so everything can be read, so it's not backwards.
Got it,
You
got
can't see
it.
my cute cup. It says, my cup says fall means football today.
Fall means football. We love that. And the man, the myth, the legend, Wild Bill. Tell the people who you are and what's up tonight.
I'm Bill. Roll Tide. It's a great day to be a Bama fan, and I just hope Diego found them. He was searching for them long enough all day long, so maybe he found them. I don't know.
Also,
That's right.
I had something for everybody. Dang it, Quincy. Move that banner.
Hold on, banner. There you go.
Just wanted everybody to know.
Yes, that is an education that everybody should be aware of. So
No, that's not politically correct.
it is absolutely correct. And with that, with the world of political correctness, we give you, ladies and gentlemen, the first quarter. All righty, Wild Bill, let's get them.
Goes wild.
The crowd goes mild.
Yeah.
All right, Wild Bill, let's get down to you and your Bama bullet points, my brother from another mother. What do you got?
It's a great day to be a Bama fan. Number one, Coach DeBoer told them before the game that 8 of the 12 games within the conference had been decided by 7 points or less. Vandy had 113 yards in the first quarter. This is rushing. 13 in the second, 7 in the third, and 2 in the fourth for a total of 135 yards rushing.
Wow.
Alabama forced 2 red zone turnovers by the Commodores. Our special teams are weak. Talty was 3 of 4 on field goals, but he still missed 1, and our punting is woeful. I believe I can punt the ball that far. What did he have? 21-yard punt.
And he had plenty of time to punt the ball.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
I would rather the punter just line up and just throw it and see if he can get it there farther throwing it.
I'm telling you.
Let it be an interception.
We had our first turnover of the season.
I have a better idea. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think on every 4th down, just give the ball to Caden Proctor and just see if we can get a first down.
There you go.
I love it. I love it.
Ty, number 6, Ty had 340 yards passing on 23 completions and 2 touchdowns.
Whoop, whoop. That was a celebration.
Oh, okay. Jam Miller had 136 yards on 22 carries and a touchdown.
Whoop, whoop.
What?
We had 67 yards rushing against Florida State.
What?
45 yards versus Wisconsin. 76 yards against Georgia. So in those 3 games, we had 188 yards rushing. Isaiah Horton, he had 59.7 yards. He's averaging 59.7 yards on 4.7 receptions over the past 3 games. Jeremy Bernard is 5 receptions. Saturday, 5 receptions for 82 yards and a touchdown. Ryan had 6 receptions for 98 yards and 1 touchdown. And my last one, Texas is the first preseason number 1 to fall out of the top 25 in the last 13 years. And that is the bullet points. But I do have at the end, before we're done, finished, I have a couple of things about Alabama compared to Missouri. Which
You
is
got
our
it.
upcoming game. So that's me.
That's him.
You got it, brother. We will pick up right there. So, Josh, as you hear Wild Bill's Bama bullet points, what's top of mind and what's most impressive out of what he picked out?
Well, I'll tell you, the first friggin' quarter went exactly like last year. And you see that interception by Ty, and you're like, holy hell, here we go again. Because that first interception of the year, first turnover, he looked pedestrian in that throw. I don't know where he was throwing it. Didn't see the defender. They go down and score methodically. And from what I remember, weren't they driving again? And then we caused a fumble. They were fixing to go up 14-0 like they were in the last game. And it was just a repeat. So the intestinal fortitude that our team showed, because a lot of these players were on that team. And with what happened with the Florida State game, they got punched, couldn't fight back. You look at Vandy coming in there, grabbing all their nut sacks and talking all that smack up until the game. You come out here, you got another team that's talking smack to you. They're about to do exactly what they said, and does doubt creep in? No. They bounced back and took it to them, and it was a totally different team than in week 1 and last year against Vandy. And thank God Jalen Milroe's not on this team anymore. And also, how the hell was he starting last year?
Thank you. The whole game, I was like, if Ty had been our starter last year, we would have beat Vandy.
There's no way he's just that much better than last year. You don't think that like some on-the-job training, he could have whipped into shape after 2 or 3 games?
We'll say Ryan Grubb's offense is better than Nick Sheridan's. So
that's also very true.
We can say that.
Yeah, but what could they do with Milroe?
It's all speculatory. Go ahead, Amber.
Anyways, that's what was on the top of my mind.
To Josh's point there that he just said, I believe with my whole heart that they kept Jalen Milroe as a starter to not lose the locker room. That was their first year as the coaching staff there, whatever. I would have just had to lose the locker room. I mean,
how the hell does the locker room want Jalen Milroe?
And then that's my response is, well, why do we want to lose?
Think about it.
Because
I think it was more along the lines of the national media and what the race spin they were putting on it, because the guys in the locker room just want to win football games. They don't care. I don't believe they care. And if they see a product that's better, that's not getting playing time, I mean, look at Ryan Williams, how frustrated he was last year. You think he wanted? I just want to say,
I was calling for Ty, and they didn't listen to me. So,
hey, well, while we're on that subject,
baby, it's time, and I love Josh's new banner. He's a new Ty Simpson home.
Can I tell you? Can I show you what I'm eating for dinner tonight?
No, because I'm hungry.
Crow. He's having crow. Ty Simpson crow.
Ty's smiling at me.
Look at Ty smiling at
That's
you.
pretty good. Now,
like,
just
hey, Josh, you didn't listen. I'm the best. Look at that.
Josh, I will I respect your right to speak your opinion about, the Milroe situation. I don't believe it was a race issue. I really think that Coach DeBoer stuck with him because Milroe was the first to say I'm staying, and he led the charge.
He could have went in anywhere and took guys with him.
That's firmly what I believe the case is, and I think he
get out of here.
That he allowed his heart to lead him instead of his coaching ability, which I've coached football before, and sometimes it's hard not to allow your heart to lead when somebody has put in the work and they're loyal to the program. And that'll be that. That's where I land on it. That's what I believe to be the truth and why he stuck with him. And
kind of like a guy staying in the program that doesn't even get to play.
Let's try this. Last year was last year. It's gone. Let's focus this year, and we're winning. W upon W upon W upon W. We're winning. So let's be happy about that. Give me a time check there, Mrs. Dash.
6 minutes.
Excellent. 6 minutes. Austin, as we look at Wild Bill's Bama bullet points, what sticks out to you?
The Russian defense in the third and fourth quarters. I mean, if you told me that first that we would hold them to 2 rushing yards, I mean, that's crazy. But I noticed a lot. We went to 4 down linemen and an extra linebacker, and had Deontay Lawson, Justin, and the transfer from Colorado. I mean, we found a defense that can stop the run. So, that's real exciting to me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And we got pressure
look,
on the quarterback. Got pressure on the quarterback with 4 guys. So that's a big deal.
Dude, there's all kinds of people out there that don't even understand this defense and how it works. And I'm one of them. I have no idea how we clamp them down in the second half. I don't even get the defense, but somehow it's working out.
They couldn't handle our defensive line. So there were guys in the backfield, and then we just filled the gaps. I mean, that was the difference, was we got pressure.
Yeah. I definitely had a lot of carryover from the first quarter. I think I took it all the way into the fourth quarter because I was still frustrated when they got a few more first downs. And then Josh had to remind me that there was a difference. And the difference was they haven't scored. They moved the ball in the first half, but something is a little bit different when it comes to the second half. And I had to take Richardson. I had to take a step back and go, wait a minute. How many yards do they even have in the second half? And have they even scored? And here's Alabama finally making adjustments at halftime and coming out to the field and then putting it all together, scoring points, shutting the other team down. And I gotta tell you, Austin, I think that's a great example. Josh, even talking about you and in the meal you're going to have tonight when you go to the kitchen and put a Ty Simpson
Crow burger. It's a big crow steak.
Is it going to be a crow burger or a crow casserole? I guess either way. I was searching a lot on croquet. Here's the thing: is Ty obviously didn't have a great start, and the pressure started to mount. And I know Josh said that did doubt creep in? No, but on our side and in Josh's living room, there was a significant amount of doubt.
We don't play the games. We don't play the games.
With that being said, I looked at,
and he still threw for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a bad day for Ty Simpson, which is just ridiculous.
Hey, you look at last week, our team made adjustments at halftime as well, and Georgia only put up a 7 spot, and we didn't score anything, and we won the game. So they're making adjustments.
They are making adjustments. They are growing, and for Ty Simpson to have so much on the line, and for him to start out so poorly, but take the team on his shoulders and just get us, like, move us down the field. Isaiah Horton, like Josh said, he continues to have catches 14 feet in the air, where I guess Ty puts it where nobody but him.
Laid out, it seems like.
It absolutely fired me up when Ty was banging his own chest saying, "Give me the ball."
Yeah.
And I mean,
dude's a field general. I'll say that.
Well, and 2 weeks back to back, we went down and scored with under a minute and a half left. This week we had no timeouts. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and let's give Wild Bill the
harder stuff.
Well, I got one question for you guys, right quick, before it ends. I believe when Diego, one of our guys hit him, and then as he was going to the ground, one of our big linemen landed on him. After that, he was not the same player. I think he got hurt on that play, but he never did show
his feelings.
I don't know if he got hurt. I just think he realized.
But the deal with McElroy Y'all was going back and forth on McElroy yesterday. McElroy, I'd love to slap him in the head.
Yeah, get his ass.
He said they very well could have called targeting on that play.
Didn't touch him with his hand.
Greg McElroy is a
There was
Bama
no-
hater.
He's
No.
I believe
Nobody.
Quincy's the only person on this podcast.
I
that
think
likes
that was so like his boy loves Ty. He shows up to the game in a Ty jersey, but you never, ever hear Greg McElroy say anything good about Alabama, even
Well,
after they beat
Listen,
Vandy. He's still up Diego's butt.
yeah,
And
that
I cannot stand
I
listening to
actually
McElroy
heard
call a
Diego
game.
likes that when you're up his butt. That's
oh,
Oh, here we go.
only when it's Johnny. Only when
I was
it's Johnny.
looking for the
Yeah.
oh
goal.
yeah,
I was
with
looking
his
for the
nose.
goalpost floating in the Black Warrior River, but I never did see them.
Look, Johnny, I know the timer just went off, but Johnny Manziel being besties with Diego is weird.
That's all you need to
That's
know.
kinda-
It's weird.
I don't see why the Vandy coach is even allowing that to happen. It's kind of like,
Exactly.
I mean, dude, you know who Johnny is, right?
Hey, you already as a quarterback, you already live in Nashville. That's bad enough being close to Broadway. And
Well,
then-
Go
And
look,
then-
watch his documentary, coach, and then let Diego hang out with him.
he's
Yeah.
probably second guessing that because he thought it would add some, maybe potentially some kind of a mental element to us, and
Yeah.
and really it didn't. It didn't. And he left the game before it was over. Josh and I watched him. He gave Pavia a hug and he was out. So I guess
Yeah,
that is
'cause
all
he's
now.
all, boom. Bama's taking you out, buddy.
just like his NFL career, he said, "Well, I'm gonna head out."
Yep.
Basically.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first quarter. Brought to you by Wild Bill and his Bama bullet points. And up next, Quincy Moran, aka the Q Dog on stats. Let's get after it.
This is the second quarter of the best podcast. Roll Tide.
Again, look what I did. Again. Forgot to update that audio.
Quit talking about the audio. Nobody's talking about the audio but you.
I think it sounds
know,
stupid.
that's true.
I think it's horrible. Just kidding.
See? Thank you, Josh. All right,
opinion,
everybody. Especially about Greg McElroy. All right, let's look at this here. I want to put the stats up on the stage. Really looking forward to it. Let's talk about Alabama Vanderbilt. Alabama, frankly, dismantles Vanderbilt in the second half, and they win 30-14. But as you can see it there, let's check out first downs, 17 by the Commodores to your Alabama Crimson Tide, 25. Third down efficiency, 5 of 11 for Vandy, 7 of 15 for Alabama. And I think we got a little spoiled against Georgia, that 8 for 8, because we sure didn't put those numbers up. But ultimately, right around 50% for both teams, just sub 50. Alabama 2 for 3 on fourth down, 0 for 1 for Vandy. Take that, Vandy. Total yards, Vanderbilt 334. The Alabama Crimson Tide put up 486. Total passing yards, 198 by the Commodores, 340 by the Crimson Tide. So 198 yards passing. That's 21 of 35 for 5.7 yards per pass and 1 interception, compared to our guy Ty, the Theismann hopeful, 23 of 31, an average of 11 yards. Holy cow. He's dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, and his first turnover of the season. We did think it was going to be a bad day for the Tide after Ty threw that interception and things just would not go our way. Let's take a look at running the football. Rushing 136 yards on 18 carries for a total of 7.6 yards per carry. And as Wild Bill brought up, 113 of that 136 was in the first quarter. All right, Kane Womack. We are saying bad things about you because you've earned it, but you may have turned the corner. Alabama had 146 yards rushing, 38 attempts. That's 3.8 yards per carry, which I know about midway through. Actually, on Jam, I think it was, Josh was talking about Jam had a little over 6 yards per carry, which is impressive. Penalties. Alabama wins the penalty game again week over week. The Commodores 5 for 52, Bama 3 for 30. Congratulations, guys. You are pulling it together. Turnovers. 2 turnovers for Vanderbilt, 1 for the Alabama Crimson Tide. 1 was a fumble, 1 was an INT. And then you look at the time of possession, and that tells a significant story. Bama, if the math is correct, Bama had the football for an entire quarter longer than Vanderbilt. So suck on that, Diego. 37 minutes and 23 seconds Alabama had the football compared to 22 minutes and 37 seconds. Now let's take a look at the leaders for both teams. We'll go ahead and have the team join me on stage. So Diego Pavia, 198 yards passing compared to Ty Simpson, 340 yards. I want to say, what's his name? It's not Sean Alexander, but Cedric Alexander. He had 76 yards on 4 carries. I guess one of those was 65 yards, a 65-yard breakaway. Jam Miller, the man, 22 carries, 136 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving yards, Sherrell, 6 receptions for 49. Ryan Williams, 6 receptions for 98, and still dropping passes. And that's one thing I definitely want to talk about is I was proud of Ty Simpson going to the sideline and coaching Ryan Williams up because we need that dude to perform week in and week out. And he had a great first down catch, did he not? Mm-hmm. Then we're going to look at sacks, 1 for 1 on the day. Although Justin Jefferson, to me, was the shining light. He caused the fumble. Just outstanding performance by him after a real shaky day in Tallahassee to start the season. And look at him at the bottom. He leads in solo tackles. He had 14 tackles, 9 solo tackles on the day. No wonder he was named the SEC Player of the Week. And then we'll take a look at Alabama's Players of the Week. So just have a quick look at our team. These guys are performing at an extremely, extremely high level. And I just want to give a shout out to, the Alabama Crimson Tide for not mailing it in and for coming out week in and week out and bringing the thunder, dude. I mean, I'm impressed, guys. What are your thoughts on those stats? Amber, what stands out the most to you?
I vividly. Whoa, that's the wrong dash.
Fix that.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That's
not sure.
I mean, I like to look at you, but I don't know if everybody else likes to look at you. During the game, I said multiple times, and Austin can vouch for me, that I said Justin's name multiple times. I was like, I'm so glad he decided to show up in this game. I'm so glad he's here. I'm so glad he's playing his butt off because yet again, I don't know where Bray Hubbard was, but he wasn't out there like
yes, he was.
I mean, he was, but like they never really called his name. And it was like, I just was really happy to see that because I know he's a good player. And then, of course, against FSU, everybody had a terrible game. Also, Ty. I mean, we're just always going to go back to Ty because I've been rooting for Ty for 2 years. And here we are. I saw somebody posted a Heisman picture of him, and I sent it in our group, and I was like, they had used the 1 and the 5 as the I and the S. And like people are finally noticing, not saying that he's going to win, not saying that hopefully we win out, not saying he does whatever, but like I was really excited that after this game, like people are finally talking about, well, hey, here's his numbers and here's these stats. And I did. I said Justin's name multiple times during the game. I was like, finally. So he impressed me Saturday, and of course Ty. Like, go Ty.
What's hilarious is Diego Pavia's lawsuit against the NCAA is the only reason Justin Jefferson got to come back for another year. And he's the reason that Vanderbilt lost. So
really,
you Diego for one thing.
Well, let me say this too. I think what it shows us, which you really shouldn't have your safety making a significant amount of tackles. Now, I'm with Josh. I don't know what Coach Womack's defense is all about, but if your safeties are consistently having to make the brunt of the tackles, it seems to me that you're having problems because the second level of your defense is getting breached. So just looking at Justin Jefferson, I think he's playing with more confidence. I don't know if they're simplifying the defense or simply moving, 4 down linemen gives them a clearer path to victory. But whatever it is, he had a man's day, and it was outstanding. And I think that fumble, total speculation, but I think that fumble probably built his confidence and fired him up because there was almost a sense, at least in fandom, that Diego Pavia was invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed early on, and he might have gotten hurt. I told Josh that, that first tackle when he got destroyed, I said, hey, we always
that's ever happened. So.
Well, yeah, it very well could be. And I said, hey, we always pop up if it's possible and pretend like it doesn't hurt, but that doesn't mean the bell's not ringing. When you walk back to the huddle, you have to hide the pain because if you don't, the guy across from you is going to capitalize on that. So
yeah, he probably walked back to the huddle and they were like, "Why are you speaking Spanish, Diego? we don't know Spanish."
That's right. No, Diego, no. I gotta say, Josh, if the question, now I'm coming to you on this one. I'm going to be going to Wild Bill next, but I'm coming to you on this one because nobody was driving the Jam Express like Josh Moran. Like when Justice Haynes was there, Josh was all about jam. So I want to know, what does it look like for you for the offensive line to finally start to come together and for Jam Miller to be the man? And then, Wild Bill, I've got a follow-up question for you after that.
What was the last part of the question? I was looking at that Photoshopped picture.
Bull crap.
No, I just want to know from you. Obviously, Jam coming back makes a difference. Kevin Riley had some runs, but there's no place like Jam. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at how different the offense is with him coming back, and that goes back to what Ryan Grubb said before the season when he was asked about the running backs, and he said Jam Miller, because it looks like what they want to do is just get 5 or 6 yards here and there, get a good gain on first down, set up easy third downs, and set up the play action. So. And he's been doing that, man. He got a lot more chunk yards this game because it looks like the offensive line is starting to just come into their own. And
yeah, we've had a lot of chunky yardage. I mean, we've given it to Proctor twice.
Yeah, Jam just looks like that consistent
Austin
bruiser getting stronger as the game goes on, and I think that's a testament to all the fake muscle he put on in the offseason.
He's
bigger.
God.
He's bigger, but he ain't that bigger, guys. Come on.
I'm just saying,
So,
it's not a coincidence that he comes back in the running game's like alive.
Nah, it is alive, and the dude has the goods, man. He can catch out of the backfield. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside.
He can block.
Doesn't have a great breakaway speed, but he's quick. He can block. He's a third down back, and then Richard Young and Daniel Hill can just, hang out on the bench, and so can Washington. I'm cool with Riley and Jam.
Yeah, Jam Riley.
But I want to see AK Deer get the ball when the defense is tired.
Wild Bill, I got a question for you. What were your thoughts when we didn't take a knee and run the clock out, but we ran another touchdown. How did you feel about that?
I loved it. I'd have called that the Diego special. And I'd have
The
turned
deuce.
around and said, Diego, that's for you, bud. But I mean, it wasn't running up the score.
I'm a fan of running the
it
score
just
up.
happened. I
If-
mean, I was begging for another score.
If we
It just
had
happened.
thrown the ball, that would be one thing. But you jam run right by two Vanderbilt players right there.
Wasn't
Well,
touched by anybody.
They didn't try to tackle him very much. So
That's true.
I was telling
loved
Amber
it.
when it was happening, when he got the ball and I saw a hole, I said, it'd be funny if he broke it. It'd be funny if he broke it. It'd be funny if he broke it. And then he scored a touchdown.
I didn't have a problem with it because we was running the ball. So
I'm always pro score, and there's a defense on the other side of the field, and their sole purpose is to stop you from scoring.
that's right.
Austin, just as we start to wrap up the second quarter, tell me your thoughts on some of those hokey, ill-timed plays and how frustrated you were that we're running an option. I guess an option is not, but it just didn't seem like it made much sense. And then I can't remember some of the other. I think there was a wildcat with Bernard that any of us could have picked out where he was going. So what were your thoughts on that?
Few series like that.
I felt like we got too cute at times. I mean, I love a lot of that stuff. I love, I love interesting play calling. But when we're running the ball as well as we are, 5 yards a pop, when we're throwing the ball as well as we're throwing it on third down, either run it down their throat, get somebody on the edge because we've got speed, or just let Ty drop back and decide who he wants to have the first down. I don't understand some of the, and I don't understand running Ty Simpson 2 plays back to back. I mean, he is not Jalen Milroe. Anytime he gets free, it's when there's a breakdown.
I think this is the way it went. Daddy Grubb says, okay, son, you can call a couple plays again. So here you go, Nick. You do it. And he goes, okay, Dad, I'll do it. He goes, quarterback run. Fail. Quarterback run. Fail. And Coach Grubb's like, give me the dadgum keys back, son. Yeah. You're out. You're not driving the car anymore.
Now it's 3rd and long.
You think he let Nick Sheridan call plays?
No.
That's what it looked like because that's what Milroe did last year.
Yeah.
I don't know who he let call plays. I think he may have let James Spann come down and call a couple plays.
They sure didn't let him go to the college game day.
James
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tornado.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the second quarter in stats. It was a great time. I'm always loving the stats. It's great. It's the best time. It's beautiful. Believe me. All right, it's time now for the third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Uncommon Media and Apparel.
Oh, well, there we are. That was quick. Okay.
I should just put you on the screen because I don't have anything to say right now until you start talking.
Well, you should say something. Go ahead. Say something.
I thought of something. I thought of something I wanted to say a while ago when we were closing that second quarter, and I forgot what it was.
Well, okay. Well, think about it. I'm just going to skim through some of this. Kane Womack was proud of how Alabama did handling adversity and praised the energy on the sideline, specifically Tim Keenan. Said Alabama's got to begin faster on defense, can't let other teams have the momentum early. Praised Missouri's run game and how they're going to challenge Alabama's defense. Let's jump down. He talked about Missouri's running back Ahmad Hardy, who has about 750 so far. He praised how Alabama have done at applying in-game adjustments, specifically how the players have done. They asked him about the shovel pass. He talked about one of the times they called it. He had called something with pressure, and they were just out of position because of what he called, and he blamed that on himself.
Love that.
Talked about Keon Sabb and Deontay Lawson just continuing to improve, and how Deontay Lawson is key to defensive communication. Let's see. Then we had Ryan Grubb. He was proud of how Simpson took ownership of his mistakes and how well he played after throwing an interception.
Absolutely.
They asked him about wide receivers and tight ends blocking in the run game. He says it's getting better, but they've still got work to do. He believes that Missouri's offensive coordinator is one of the best offensive coordinators in the country. They coached together at Fresno State.
That's not terrifying.
He said Jaden Roberts is still working his way back as far as getting back into the rotation. They expect him to help out some this week. He said a quarterback should take blame but deflect praise to his teammates, and said Simpson does well at that. And he does well at taking coaching and fixing his weak points. He also said the running backs responded well to a challenge from him against Vanderbilt. Said they did well at forcing missed tackles, and praised Jam Miller's steadiness in pass protection. And then they asked him about Alabama's kicking struggles and how they affected him as offensive coordinator. He said, we need to score more touchdowns, and we won't have to worry about another position group on this team. And then DeBoer comes up. He was proud of how the team responded after not getting off to a fast start. He said there was a lot of stuff that could have been better execution-wise.
What in the Nick Saban?
Well,
I mean, he's not wrong, but again, what in the Nick Saban?
Yeah.
I think Coach is starting to get up here.
He's figuring it out. DeBoer was asked about the tough Alabama schedule coming up. He says he doesn't even look at it as a group of games. He and the staff focus on one game at a time, and it's easier to handle that way. And they see growth from difficult stretch comes along. He was asked about red zone execution and noted there was things Simpson could do better, but they have to execute as a whole. He emphasized that negative plays can be crushing in the red zone even more than it would be back down the field, which we saw that. He said we've got to do a better job holding, kicking, and snapping. He didn't blame just the kicker. He was glad that he came back to extend the lead late and made a kick.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God we made one. Yay.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot after that. They questioned him about how Alabama can avoid slipping mentally against Missouri after two emotional wins. He said they need to apply the experience,
emotional wins,
help them become successful this season, and it comes back to shutting up and doing the work. So, yeah, there's all we have on press conference today.
I did remember what it was I want to talk about.
Okay.
It wasn't about the press conference.
Okay.
Okay. Which everybody could be in. Do you have something else that you want to talk about that doesn't include everybody?
Well,
I want to
no,
talk to everybody about
everything everything I have is just comparing Alabama and Missouri after that, which
Okay,
involves
that's
everybody.
where I'm going. So, okay. So before he goes into this went together and we didn't know it. So Austin sent me a tweet. I don't know. What's it called now that it's not Twitter?
X.
Is it just
X.
a post now?
Still a
no,
tweet.
I'm saying, is it
It's
still
still
a
a
tweet
tweet.
or is it just a post now?
It's called a post, I think.
Okay.
I say
Well,
tweet.
Austin sent me something earlier today, and it's a post it says Heisman contenders squaring off in Columbia this weekend. Biggest test of the season for the Crimson Tide. Okay. When I read that, and there are multiple comments talking about Alabama hasn't played anybody all year. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I
I see
went
where
through
you're
the
going.
comments and I said, okay, so people are saying Missouri is our first real opponent. Are they crazy? Georgia and Vandy are both good teams. Like, we beat
Who
them.
said-
I'm not
who
saying
said
they're
that?
not good.
Well,
Like, the comment
idiot-
section of this post is saying
Those are-
Alabama hasn't played anybody.
Those got to be bots.
So,
idiots are
no, it's people. It's people.
Well,
it's just people who hate Alabama.
Yeah.
So Austin said, then this is where I'm going with this. And then he's talking about Alabama, Missouri anyway. They keep moving the goalpost. They said Alabama hadn't played anybody before Georgia. And then they said Georgia wasn't good and let Alabama have that game. And then they said Vandy would be the real test. And now they're saying y'all are celebrating beating Vandy. Okay, well, Vandy's a good team. I don't know why everybody, it's just Vandy. Now it's Alabama can't beat Missouri. And Missouri's going to walk Alabama at home. I mean, we know Coach Saban calls that rat poison. And I think that Coach DeBoer has kind of gotten on that train of thought with his coaching. But, like, what the frick? Like, how did we go from Georgia's the
Bill.
test to Vandy's
Go,
the
Bill.
test to now Missouri's the test? What?
Strength of schedule. Alabama's is third in the country. Missouri's is 109. So who
Exactly.
ain't played
Let's
nobody?
don't downplay it. Look, we ain't played nobody, and Missouri's played everybody. That's what I'm hearing.
Who have they played?
Everybody.
That's what the
Let-
fans
I
are
wa- hey,
No,
I
I
can-
don't want. I don't want
saying.
you to read it. I don't want you
I
to read
can
it.
show you who they've played.
For what? I feel like they've played the Kansas City Chiefs, the Giants. They played NFL teams and they're undefeated.
The 2001 Hurricanes.
Yeah. Quincy?
Yeah, I just when people make particular comments, especially one I've heard often, I wonder if the person in the comments saying that, Alabama hadn't played anybody, I wonder if it was Austin Dash.
No, it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
No, it's
Well, Austin
literally
says
like the
that a lot.
people whoever made the post. It's like they're showing the comparisons of ties now at the top of the leaderboard for the Heisman, and the quarterback at Missouri is at the bottom.
Not
And
quarterback,
they're
it's a
saying
running
it's
back.
a real They're
Well-
saying it's a real test, and then the comments, like all these SEC fans who are Bama haters, are literally saying Georgia and Vandy didn't matter. Okay, but everybody's been saying Vandy was the only one that mattered.
Next week,
Well-
they'll definitely say next week that Tennessee will be the best team Alabama's
Well,
faced.
listen, y'all.
Hey,
I will tell you this: no matter what anybody else out there is saying, Missouri's a good football team.
They are good.
Well, that's the thing. So
Their quarterback can run. Their running back can run. They're going to be tough as well.
I mean, yeah, it's
And
going to be our
They're a
first
good football team.
I
it's
will
gonna be
say,
hold on,
first
though.
run
I will say,
defense.
though,
Look, Vanderbilt is a good football team. Let's not get it twisted. That game without a late touchdown is much, much closer
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
it was. And they were playing on the road. So the idea, like I told Josh when the game was over, I said, we could very well see that team again in the playoffs. And look at how dynamic our offense is. Look at how great Ty is as a passer and a play caller now. And Vanderbilt still withstood the test over and over again where they shut us down. We were 7 of 15 on third down. And those were not all because of Ty's mistakes. That's because Vanderbilt has a solid defense, and their offense is a really, really good offense. So Vanderbilt is a really good football team.
You want to hear
And
Missouri's offensive stats on the year?
I got
Yeah, let's hear it.
They are.
Pull up who they've played too, though.
No, I'm not worried about that. It's about who.
No, do you know that Josh does not give a crap about who they play?
Hey,
he only cares about their stats.
You said Vanderbilt ain't played nobody, and they were in the game against us, going toe to toe.
I didn't say Vanderbilt hadn't played nobody.
They have played 5 teams, and they have dog walked every team. That's all that matters. And here the number 4 offense in the country.
Missouri dog walked South Carolina by 7 points.
They're averaging.
You said Vanderbilt.
547 yards a game, 255 passing, and almost 300 yards rushing a game. I don't care about all the noise. We need to be ready to play. These guys are not a joke.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
We beat them 31-0 last year, and they're going to be pissed off.
Yeah,
they have a vendetta. So this isn't going to be easy. I don't care about who they played. They've played 5 teams, and they beat them. And they're one of the best offenses in the country. And we play them, and then we go right to Tennessee, and then we go right into the Tennessee game.
Okay, but I will say, a high-ranked offense is the result. If you've played horrible teams, your offense is going to be inflated.
All right. So here's
I just want to say that Alabama has. I mean, I want us to win against Missouri, but like next week we live in Tennessee now.
No, we got to win every game.
Yeah,
Alabama's got to beat Tennessee, or I'm gonna be miserable.
Our guys have to get up for
Let
this
me
team that they beat 31-0 last year. They have to understand that they're about to get their best.
They will get the best of everybody, which they
Absolutely.
get the best of everybody anyway.
Yeah,
But I think
I'll be back here next week when their best wasn't good enough.
let's hope that's the case. All right.
So.
As we wrap up the third quarter, I want to share something with you all. Okay. Here we go.
I really believe, and maybe I'm crazy in thinking this, I think the growth that we're going to see in the secondary, I think they're going to have the best secondary in college football. I really think they have that level of potential. I really believe
heard
that.
him say one good thing about Alabama.
What you'll see from the freshmen that contributed great things last year. I think Keon Sabb, when healthy, is a dude.
Okay. So I just wanted to I want to put that out there for you guys.
I just want to point out.
Quincy went and found the one thing that McElroy said.
Yes,
on our team.
yes, and
I found another one.
Week in and week out, this dude shits on our team over and over and over again.
I found another one.
On national TV.
93%
He said it on a podcast.
93% to 7% shitting on relative to basking, in the glory of.
He didn't say it on national TV either. He said it on a podcast, on a radio show. Ain't nobody listening to that.
That was on Jocks. No. Now you're moving the goalpost.
Jocks.
Now you're the one saying
they
ain't played nobody.
Hey,
if you
who wasn't moving the goalposts?
Jocks will fire you.
You know who wasn't moving the goalposts?
Josh
Vanderbilt.
back.
They stayed where they were. They were out in the river.
That's a fair point. But here's what I heard.
You are defending a dweeb.
We need to move the goalposts.
I know. And look, I defend you often, Josh. I defend you often. I'm a pro at it already when it comes to McElroy.
I don't fit in the shade.
You are the antithesis of a dweeb. Nope. So with that being said, Austin and Amber both said ever. He's never said anything good. He said multiple things that are good. He's also said some of the same things that we have said.
But
come on, honestly, I hope they didn't mean literally never, ever in his life.
I'm talking about on national television when he is calling a game. I'm not talking about Jocks. I'm not talking about a podcast that nobody listens to. I'm talking about what everybody's listeing to.
All right, I'll bring some more receipts.
Quincy is a politician that literally just shits on one side 80 or 95% of the time, and then he's on CNN. They say, "You've never said anything good." He's like, "Yeah, there was one time I said this about that, and then one time I said this about that." I'm totally neutral.
So let me ask you guys this, okay? I go back and I watch the game again. How many positive Alabama comments does it take for you guys to change your mind?
He didn't say
What did he
any.
say during the game?
1,000.
He didn't
Oh,
say
Austin.
anything.
I want him
Come
to
on,
be,
Austin.
I want him to be Nick Saban. I want him to be.
He's
a homer.
never going to be. No
It
one is going to be
was-
Nick Saban.
He needs to be
It
a homer.
was nothing but Diego, Vandy. Like he
No.
might have said,
How
"Oh,
often
that
do
was
you
a
hear-
good play."
How often does
Maybe
Des
one
Howard
time.
talk trash about Michigan?
Exactly. I would rather listen to Kirk Herbstreit and his partiality to the heavens of Ohio State than listen to Greg
love
McElroy calling Alabama games.
I want him to be a homer. It shows you're human. I don't care.
Okay.
See, that's the problem. Greg McElroy went to college to be a freaking analyst and do commentary. So he's of the mind of, I'm a journalist. I have to be I cannot be biased or else I'm unprofessional.
Okay.
That's where he's operating out of, and it's
Real quick.
stupid. What?
You just turned leftist real quick.
He did.
I just say, let's do this. Greg, you don't call Alabama games. Kirk, you don't call Ohio State games. Boom, there it's fixed.
I like Greg
I will
McElroy's
say,
commentary.
okay, I'm also going to say, though, I know we got to switch. Jesse Palmer is the same way. Which there's not much to say good about Florida, but I forget when I listen to him call a Florida game that he even went there because he don't ever say anything good about Florida. But I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he's
also
stupid.
Florida. But at least Tim Tebow, if he was calling games, baby, you would know he's the face of Florida football. Like, duh.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculative.
And I would like to point out that Jesse Palmer was on The Bachelor and still couldn't find nobody to love him. So he's a freaking
You're
loser.
right. He had to find a wife off of
I bet
TV.
let's see if McElroy's
Time's
married.
up.
He is married.
Well.
He had his little boy with him at the game. He married his like high school sweetheart or something.
Oh God, I hope they get divorced.
And he's a national champion.
Gosh.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is brought to
Hey,
you.
Quincy. Hey, Quincy.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Hey, Amber.
Little buddy.
Other side. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Man versus Marriage, the podcast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody get somebody a cough button. Be a better man. Be a better husband. Be a better lover. Come on down to Man versus Marriage, the podcast. And I'm going to tell you what. This week, no joke, we released an episode that will absolutely dynamically change your relationship. This is after over 25 years of marriage, plenty of R&D by my wife and I, and for the last 30 plus weeks, we've been putting this particular exercise into our relationship according to communication or relative to communication. It's been a game changer. So I implore you, come on over to Man versus Marriage, the podcast at quincymoran.com. We would love to have you. How can we serve you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off the fourth quarter by announcing the winner of the prediction game. We don't actually have a name for the game. So I don't.
We need to
right.
find a cool name for it.
We do. Let's get one. Now, right now, as it sits before I announce this, we have 3 people atop the leaderboard. Wild Bill, Josh Moran, and the Q-Dog. And this week, it will turn into a 4-way tie. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the cool name game, whatever it's going to be, none other than Mrs. Amber Dash.
I knew she had it. Got to give her
Is
one
that
every
like
once
a-
in a
Is
while.
that like a first?
Yes, I've never got it right. I'm so
Are you
She's like-
in,
He's a-
in
she's
3
like-
years?
She's like Georgia. It's the one time she beat Alabama.
In
Hey,
the
guys,
whole
did-
time I've been on the podcast, I've
Hey.
never got a
Oh,
prediction
my
right.
Lord.
Quincy, what was just Brandon Phillips said, get Mark Sanchez to do it. I missed that one. What-
I don't
Well,
know.
he got-
Probably
He got
to
he
get.
stabbed over the weekend.
He got arrested. He got stabbed and arrested over the weekend.
He
'Cause
got
he was-
fired from Fox Sports.
He's
was-
been
he was
replaced by Brady Quinn.
because he was
the
drunk.
actual- yeah, he's the one that actually is getting charged with the felony. But Brandon says get him to do it. Do what?
What are you saying to
don't
get
know.
him to do, B?
He'll have to bring that forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
so
let's talk.
excited.
Congrats,
Yeah,
Let's
Amber.
talk about. Congratulations, Amber.
Way to
Let's
go,
talk about the
Wooger.
fourth quarter.
Hi, Big.
What are you saying, Wild Bill?
I told that right there. Way to go, Wooger Booger.
Please
Way to
don't.
Wooger
go,
Booger.
Booger.
Stop,
That's
don't
a-
call
All
me
right,
that.
so
Country nickname.
this weekend, Alabama travels to Columbia, Missouri, for an 11 o'clock Central Time kickoff to play none other than the Mizzou Tigers, an undefeated opponent once again. I think the last undefeated opponent Alabama played was Georgia, and the last undefeated opponent before that, was it Wisconsin or Florida State? So, boy, we've been getting the best of everybody this year, except UL Monroe, which we shouldn't have. So,
Hey, Louisiana Monroe's like 3-1. So, I mean,
But they ain't playing
they ain't played nobody. They ain't
Well,
played nobody.
hey, just like everybody else, the one team they played, they got their tails whipped.
Austin, this is why you're so miserable. You always think that nobody has ever
not
done anything,
miserable.
and then when your teams get
I'm
wrecked,
very happy.
you need to be a little more realistic about your sports.
I'm
No,
just
I'm
going to tattle
real
on him
happy.
right now, though. He wasn't real happy after that interception because he literally was sitting in front of the TV. I almost text everybody. He was going, "We gonna lose this game. We gonna get blown
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like Josh.
game."
I mean,
I about punched him in the face. I was like, "Shut up. We
I
are
mean,
not gonna lose
hey,
this
when
game."
you have 125 rushing yards in the first quarter, I'm sorry that I was a little bit pessimistic.
Oh, he's not commentate games.
Instead of
Mark Sanchez, everything he says will be a slur, and I'm not talking about like derogatory. Like it'll be slurred speech.
Oh my god.
I tell you what, he'd probably be on point. All right, let's talk about this. Thank you, Austin.
That was nice.
Let's talk about Alabama making the trip north to Missouri. Wild Bill, what did you want to share about this week's football game?
Josh done beat me to it.
Uh-oh. Well, let's have it again.
No, their offense is pretty tough. Defense gonna have to step it up.
They ain't playing nobody.
They ain't.
Have
I would
mercy.
like to know who they played, by the way.
The
Well,
Steph and the Blind,
I'm sure Austin.
the Helen,
Austin did look
the
it
Helen
up.
Keller,
Now
the
he's
Helen
acting like
Keller
he didn't.
varsity team. No, I have it right here. I can tell you who they played.
Helen Keller.
Oh.
That is so insensitive.
Well,
Hey,
she wasn't a real person.
Well,
anyway.
Austin doesn't believe she was real. So
She may have been real, but she didn't write no book or fly no plane.
He
Who
was
they
a real
played?
person, but I don't believe that she did any of that crap either.
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Here's who they played, Bill. You ready?
Yeah.
University of Massachusetts.
basketball school.
Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Kansas
Yeah.
University.
Who?
They played Kansas.
Kansas.
Basketball
Central Arkansas. And their closest game, they beat South Carolina by 9 points. And I just looked it up. South Carolina's total offense. Wait, let's see. Was it their total offense? South Carolina's total offense is 125th in the country. So there's that. South Carolina's 44th in defense. So that's
I love how
comparison we
Austin
have.
was talking about our strength of schedule, or Uncle Bill wasn't, and now Austin's doing his best to debunk our strength of schedule.
No, he's
that was
talking
for
about
Missouri.
He's talking
They
about
haven't
Missouri.
played anybody, so this win, if we win it, it doesn't mean anything, y'all.
Hey, that's what they'll say next week. I mean,
That's
if we
what they'll
beat them,
say.
that's
This
what they'll
week they're
say.
saying Missouri's their first test. Missouri
No.
ain't played nobody. So
Yeah.
now next week they're
Next
going to
week
turn
they'll
around and
say-
say,
I think
next week they'll say Missouri got exposed.
Guys, we need to reel it back in from saying they're saying that off of one redneck Facebook?
No, there's a lot of people saying that.
multiple people have commented on multiple posts that I've seen. That was just the one that we were looking at earlier, where
They're
people are
probably
saying, "Well,
bots.
they ain't played nobody."
You are arguing with bots because ain't nobody in their right
I
mind.
ain't
gonna say
arguing
that.
with nobody.
Number one, I ain't arguing with nobody. Number two, ain't
How
no
do you
bots
know?
out here so invested
There are bots
in
everywhere.
Alabama.
All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at the matchup in front of us. Regardless of who they played, if they've played a bunch of mid-level, low-level, and some great high schools,
not even low level. It's all high schools.
Then we don't necessarily know what Missouri looks like. Now, where was the game? Was it against South Carolina, or was it in South Carolina, or was it in Missouri?
Let me pull it up. I've got it right here. Let's see where they played at. They played at Missouri, 6 o'clock game.
Okay. And how early in the season was that game?
That was game 4 for them.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now I will just say they had a lot of rushing yards, but their quarterback 170 for 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Well, here's what it looks like. Ty Simpson compared to the Mizzou quarterback, 1,478 yards on the season compared to 1,203. Their leading rusher, of course, he's loads ahead. I say, of course, because Jam has only really been back, for what, 1 game, 2 games? Yeah, 2 games. And so their guy has 730 yards compared to Jam Miller's 182, which we haven't done a great job of running the football until this game against Vanderbilt. So you look at their leading wide receiver, that's pretty flat, 392.
Well, I will say Bernard has 15 less receptions with more yards.
That's pretty great. And then as far as the sacks go, we're way, way behind in the sack category. But no matter the competition they've played, that's a good point. And then as far as their leading tacklers go, I would propose that Alabama's definitely played better competition. So on the level, our numbers do look better. But here's one thing when it comes to 18 to 27-year-olds. I had to say 27 because what is Pavia 27?
24.
You got to go and play the football game. And so what matters is what happens on the field. Now, historically, I can't remember if Missouri is a difficult atmosphere to play. I don't know how difficult it will be, Wild Bill, at 11 o'clock in the morning. But what are your thoughts on this particular matchup?
So it's hard to know.
That is not true.
Josh read their passing yards a game, their rushing yards a game, their total offense. The defense has got to come ready to play. I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe they haven't played the competition, but still, when you look at those stats, that's pretty tough. Now, I've seen the running back. He's tough. You're going to have to hit him.
Their quarterback is tough, too.
We're smoking marijuana in the chat, guys.
Is he a transfer?
He's kidding.
Oh, he's a freshman, true freshman.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Their quarterback is.
Their starting quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt in week 1.
First week. So.
This guy's been quarterback since then.
We'll just have to bust him up.
They rank 51st in passing. Now, we'll say he's not big, so if he gets smacked a couple times, it probably won't be good.
Well, I think it's important for us because we've had, we have not arrived by any stretch of the imagination, but it is another road test, and it's in front of a second road test coming after that. So, just looking at Alabama going to Missouri, and they have played a couple of really hard-fought football games. I do think that that can.
We
that can play a role.
We play Tennessee at home, bro.
Oh, that's right.
We do.
And Oklahoma. So the good thing is,
and LSU.
Yep. So
and Tennessee too. That's one thing I wished I'd had ready for the podcast was Coach Saban singing along with Dixieland Delight. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Added words.
We have 2 minutes left, and it's time now for our predictions. So this week, I'm going to start with none other than Joshua Moran.
Real quick, I wanted to point out that over the weekend, I don't know if many of you saw the sad state of affairs in Austin, Texas, and Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. We have two of the top. I think the top two teams have now fell out of the top 25. Yep. And I think it's the fastest that a preseason number one has ever fell out of the rankings. And I just want to say it's due to the Texas quarterback.
There you go.
Hey, Uncle Arch, man.
Hey, Joe
Klatt. You like that Photoshop?
Joe Klatt today said that if Ty Simpson's last name was Manning, they would have already did the Heisman in the middle of the year and go ahead and given it to him. So I thought that was. But I will say I saw a stat today. Sarkisian has only won 2 more games than Jimbo did before he got fired. So that's where Texas is. Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. They're 3-2, and they just now getting into playing actual like the SEC schedule.
They play Oklahoma this week.
Oh yeah,
Red River rivalry.
Yeah, Oklahoma's gonna dog walk them, dude. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and give my score. I'm not too confident because I'm just trying to take these games at nice. I'm just trying to take these games one game at a time, hopefully like our team is doing. But after crunching the numbers and sending it to the stat team, our BS podcast stat team.
I didn't know we had a stat team.
I didn't either.
We got one. They're actually African slaves, and it's probably wrong, but Africa does it, so I might as well. They came up with this score for me.
Oh my!
So Bama 31, Mizzou 24, and I don't know if you can see the pride flag at the end of their crane right there. But Ty Simpson likes to say Mizzou is gay. Told y'all. And he's pointing to the pride flag. And then
I'm sorry, Shirley. I'm sorry about this.
And then Mario's in here. Tripping number 7. So Bama 31, Mizzou 24. I'm sticking to that score, and I hope it's worse than that for us, like against them. Roll Tide.
I hope we do a better job of that. You know, Josh, what I want to say is that you said earlier on in this program that Greg McElroy was a dweeb, and then you put that out. So
how are you going to call it?
And more importantly, he spent time on it.
Ty Simpson is merely pointing out that there's a huge pride flag at the end of their construction crane, and they're building part of their stadium, and that he said that's gay. He told everybody.
The time he spent on that, he could be practicing on NCAA 26.
Oh my God!
All right,
dude, I have not played that since the season started.
Yep, and it shows.
Can I give my score now?
Yes, Amber Dash.
I'm the patient one here.
Hey, Amber.
Hey, yours was 34-20. What?
You're not even listening. 31.
4.
31. I knew there was a 4. I forgot to.
What's Cindy's, Bill? Go ask her.
I'm going 27-21.
So we missing the extra point.
21.
I don't know. You know, I gotta have weird numbers every time.
That's like 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals?
Sure.
I don't think we can make 2 field goals.
I'm not sure.
Oh man, come on! That dude is good, man.
27 is 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals, not 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Yeah, I know.
Golly, where'd y'all go to school?
You said 2.
I thought I said 3 because 3 is 21. So
you said 2.
Oh. I'll go back and review the tape.
Back check.
119. I'll go back and review the tape. All right. So hopefully I can have that produced by the next show. All right.
I know he's going to.
Yes, he is. All right. Austin Dash, your time.
38-21.
Well, that's going to be a problem for me. All right, go ahead, Wild Bill.
Uh-oh.
34-24.
34-24. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is the way the Q Dog sees it. I've only been right one time out of the entire season. So with that being said, let's talk about
Take
what
this
the
with a
Alabama
grain of
Crimson
salt.
Tide is going to do. How many times have you won this year, Austin?
Hey, it's rigged.
No,
It's
Shot.
rigged.
Shots.
Amber,
fired.
Amber
I
wins.
know.
Amber wins
I know.
one time, and she turns into Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
I know, Austin. You ain't played nobody yet. I get it.
We
I
got
get
double,
it. You
we
haven't
got double
learned.
A in the chat. Argue Austin is in the chat.
I haven't.
Argumento Ossetino. All right, here's what's going to happen.
God.
Alabama is going to come out and dominate the first quarter, scoring 10 points compared to the Mizzou Tigers 3. Then we're going to go 7-0 in the second quarter, which is going to put Alabama ahead 17-3 in the first half. Alabama's going to continue their streak of making great halftime adjustments. They're going to come out in the third quarter, and they are going to put 14 points on the board. Mizzou will score late in the third quarter. Then Alabama comes out, has a great drive to close the game down, scoring a 7 points in the fourth quarter. Mizzou gets 3 because they're hoping that something's going to change for them. And the score turns out Alabama 38, Mizzou 13. That's how it's going to be, boys.
13?
Yes, sir.
13. At home.
You got
sir.
some faith in our
Hey.
defense, buddy.
Oh my God, y'all are.
So is if we
jinxing
can
us,
hold Vanderbilt to 21, we can hold Missouri to 21.
You're
Well,
on track.
They scored 14, not 21. the
Josh
Vandy boys.
always
Oh,
thinks
sorry.
our opponent is better than they are. So
Oh,
Hey,
excuse
I will
me
say-
for doing what we tell our players to do and respect the opponent. Sorry.
Well, all right. Well, that's how I see it. So we have Amber Dash 27-21 Alabama, Austin Dash 38-21 Alabama,
I need
Josh
y'all to score that
Moran
one more touchdown, guys, so I can win.
31-24 Alabama, Wild Bill 34-24 Alabama, and the Q Dog 38-13. I believe that means that you guys, everybody except for me, thinks that Missouri's offense is better than Vanderbilt's offense and will have a better day against the Crimson Tide, and I'm just not going to stand for it. Let's hope they don't either.
We're on the road.
Yeah, we were on the road against Georgia.
I don't care if we play them in the road. Missouri's going down.
Georgia scored 21. And I think Missouri's offense is better than Georgia's.
No, their offense
That's
isn't better
not-
than Georgia's.
Man, listen to Gunnar Stockton talk. Dude. That dude is.
Argumento Ostentino is here, ladies and gentlemen. I love
okay,
it.
years
okay,
old, man.
okay. But is it arguing when it's really him and Josh? Because I feel like everything out of their mouth
it's
when
not.
they talk is
No, it's not, because
arguing.
He's even been arguing with Quincy.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great. Austin Smash showed up to
Somebody's
the
got to
door.
be the bad guy here on this podcast. I'm just being Stephen A. Smith, okay?
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Hey,
Well,
Austin
gotta have
Smash.
hang on,
wild
wait.
take.
So you're being Stephen A. and you're being fake for some clout to run for president.
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's what he's
Hey,
doing.
Are you
Hey.
gonna run
People
for
vote-
president?
Hey, if people vote me for president, they definitely ain't got no better options.
Nope.
Hey, well, the problem is that some people are going to vote for that loser as a president. And he's trash.
Exactly.
He ain't nothing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
He goes with the wind, wherever the wind blows him.
That is the BS podcast. Amber Dash, your final words.
Did you get the picture I just sent you? I should have
Let me
said,
check it out.
"Hey, let's put this on the screen." That picture was my final words. Sorry.
Well, too late.
Oh,
It's a
yeah, you should have.
It's sorry. It's a Tasman picture. I don't know. It looked really cool. Somebody sent it to me. I think Brandon sent it to me.
Too late.
I'm
Too late.
Not the
just
baseball player.
roll Tide.
Yes,
Tide.
roll Tide.
It's time,
All right,
baby.
Austin
It
Dash.
is Heisman time.
Tasman Trophy Hunt. All right, Austin Dash, what do you got?
I say, I'm sorry, Shirley. that this game is not going to go the way you want it to.
Austin
Shirley-
Shirley.
Just so everybody knows, Shirley is one of his fans from his time on the road, and she is a big Mizzou fan. They live in Mizzou.
She taught at Missouri and lives there in Columbia, so she'll be there, I'm sure.
Well, I would say
so-
good luck, Shirley, but I will say the same thing that I say about the worst drink ever made, the Shirley Temple, because it has no alcohol in it. So I hope you lose.
I love the Shirley Temple, but I don't want Mizzou to win. Josh Moran, your final thoughts.
Roll Tide, good to be back, and I hope we can beat Missouri. I mean, it's going to be a tough game, so we'll see.
Yep.
It'll be exciting. I'm excited to watch the game and watch our team. Wild Bill, what do you got, brother?
Just Roll Tide. Glad Josh made it back. Everything's made it safe. We better put our chin straps on and buckle up.
Yep, I'm with you, brother. Roll Tide, Wild Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I just want to put a request out there. I've never done this before, especially on this program or my podcast. But some of my dear friends for many years, the Bangs family, John Sr. lost his mother just a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm asking you, if you would, to please share this GoFundMe for the Bangs family and help them get this wonderful mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother back to California and laid to rest next to her late husband. And your help and support, I'm asking you to join me in your support of that. And thank you guys for watching the program. So proud to have you here. Thanks for sticking through it. Next time, get your comments in because, hey, we want to hear what you have to say. This is the BS Podcast. And we want our boys to head up to Missouri and bring home the W. But that's all for now for Austin Dash, Amber Dash, for Josh Moran and Wild Bill. I'm Quincy Moran, a.k.a. the Q-Dog, and this is the BS Podcast. Roll Tide, everybody.
One message for you from your aunt. She will bust both of you in the head. Can y'all hear me?
Not rocket science, you know.
I think you, like me, have a face for radio.
Can y'all hear me?
We gonna play with the players we got. Next man up.
That's why it sucks.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
This kind of unprofessionalism does not need to be tolerated. And I mean it. Like,
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
what the hell is going on here? Just all hang up.
Another episode of the BS Podcast.
Hang
Your
on.
host,
Hang
Quincy
on.
Moran.
Hang on. There's all kinds of noise in my ear now.
Oh, jeez.
We need a little bit more professionalism.